Hello, today is April 17th, 2021. We always start with our disclaimer, so let's do that. This is my trading plan for Monday, the 19th of April, 2021. I can be completely wrong. Trade at your own risk. Please follow the rules of my channel, and my email address is right here. Only call I had for Friday was a pattern with the early high. It tends to be a rally a day, high in the final hour. We got that. Monday, I believe we'll have a pattern with the early low. During the day, MEJT gave an ultimate buy signal here, but when we went up here, the system said it was a false move. We'd undercut this low, find support there. We did that right here. That was said to be false. We'd have a rally. We'd have a retrace, rather. We'd got that. And now the system says this isn't for keeps, and we're going to target 4178.47, most likely by Monday's close. Unless we gap up smartly, that'll be my call, but just a word of caution here that this pattern almost always rallies sharply into the close. When that doesn't happen, there's a straight line move drop. That sure didn't happen. This isn't really as sharp as I normally see, so it's entirely possible that we will gap up Monday over this high and that this might not print. As always, if we gap smartly in the undesired direction, the call's killed before the open. But if we don't gap up smartly, that's my call for Monday. Now, I've kind of given up on DeMark's stuff, but for those who haven't, we've completed a combo sell on the weekly chart, and if we trade over Friday's close, will complete us. Actually, even if we just trade over the high for last week, which was what? Which was 41.29.48. Any print over that price completes bar 13 of a sequential sell. And when these things are in alignment according to his work, it's a sign of a major top. Once again, they've repeatedly failed. I'm not going to risk any money on that at this time. But at Monday's open, we'll probably have triggered combo and sequential sells on the weekly chart. And I'm not going to act on it, but just in case you follow his stuff, that's what will happen. Well, Monday's pattern has the early low. We could gap up. This is what I think will happen for the daily patterns during the week. There's a lower MEJT target. Unless we gap up smartly, it's favored to print. Friday's normally bullish pattern couldn't manage a close over the opening bar. It's a negative pattern. Unless we gap and promptly overtake Friday's high, lower prices should be seen. But the pattern typically has a very strong close, so if we do gap up and overtake that, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't have any sufficiently accurate way to say if we're going to have this gap up or not. It wouldn't surprise me, but if we don't, we have a lower target. I think it's unlikely that the rally ended on Friday. It doesn't preclude pullbacks along the way. There was an excellent setup for a top this week. This setup failed. Normally when that happens, it doesn't fail by just a little bit. So whether or not we trade down a little bit, I think we're going higher. There are a number of patterns of other people calling for a top right in this area. I just think that when you clear all the resistance we did this week and you maintain it, it really takes a lot to reestablish it. But I take things a day at a time. As far as how high we'll go if the rally continues, I don't know. But there's a good chance of gapping up, taking out these highs. If we do, we keep going up. This number should print at some time. If we don't, here's my target. And that's today's call.